Things are starting to spiral out of control for Puma. Each game, Hero is not only winning, but winning faster and more effectively.
That's true.
It is so scary. I don't think Puma's even getting to the point where he has his third or fourth building out before Hero's like, aha, and kills him. Or at least starts that process.
That's a great way to put it, Tasteless. To keep up with the acceleration of his wins, he's going to have to make some gateways in Puma's base this game.
Yeah. Well, look, I am blown away by this. Are you guys impressed with these games? This is some of the most impressive Protoss against Terran games I've seen, especially coming from the Protoss point of view. Now, I want to know what our casters over here on the left side, well, the stage left, well, whatever, over there. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Nicholas and Dan. Hero doing that insanely fast 3-gate build. Interestingly, we've seen him do that against both Terran and Protoss. Not really going too all in, not getting that 4th gate, but just getting his warp gate so fast that it's easy to catch your opponent off guard.
He seems to really have Puma's number. 2 games in a row now, he's just done the exact thing to counter what Puma was doing, finding that chink in the armor and hitting really, really hard.
That actually looked like a build from the OGS house. MC is very well known for doing 3-gate expansion if it doesn't work, but at the same time, if he can, then he's just going to continue to do it. Very, very nice play there.
Yeah, I've got to actually say that Puma's resilience, though, that was excellent there. It was some nice defense. He did hold on really, really well. A lesser player would have been out already by that point. But obviously, as we saw, doesn't matter how good mules are, 9 SCVs ain't going to cut it.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind, though, Puma's 2 greatest strengths is with a huge maxed army and obviously the 1-1-1 build. Puma, in-game, in one of the games, I can't remember which one it was, the 1-1-1 got shut down cold. And of course, with this build on Tall Dream Altar, it's a huge, long macro map. Very, very, very maxed army versus max army oriented. And Puma, very much so, we've seen in this tournament, favor those long-term plays on that map, such as in this game. So again, 2 of his strengths have been completely muted by Hero's extreme aggression.
And despite being 3-1 down, I don't think that's going to phase Puma that much. I mean, looking at the heartbeat rate, it doesn't rise above 90 ever. It's like he just doesn't get excited or anything about it. He's just going to be so stone cold every single game.
I think it's obvious that Puma's not really fazed by these big crowds, these big international events. He has a very high win rate on stage. But it's getting, he's falling further and further behind. He's running out of map picks. Where does he go next? What does he do next?
I mean, it's one of those moments where you really are going to have to be ultra aware and ultra cautious as Puma. It's so simple to get in the habit of thinking, okay, well, now this should be the next obvious step. Okay, I built the bunker. He tried to do the usual harassment. The next obvious thing is for me to just sit until I get medevacs. But of course, Hero just saying, no, pay attention. I can be building pylons here. I can be warping in your base over here. I honestly think if Puma just buckles down, he's one of the strongest players at just coming all the way back and pulling it through. And it seems
the thumbs are out.
The thumbs are up. It means that we are at match point, and it is time to get the game started. Tastosis, what is up?
Well, it looks like we're ready for the game. Both players requesting that we start. I can't say no to that. You guys ready for the next game with Hero against Puma?
Could possibly be the last game of Hero against Puma. I personally hoping that Puma rallies a couple games and we get to a game 7, but we will see. Hero is looking unbeatable.
Okay, so in the bottom right side, he needs your support. If he wins this entire series, it would be one of the biggest comebacks in a Terran versus Protoss in all of StarCraft 2 history. So show your support for Puma.
No, Tasus, you show yours apart first.
In the bottom left, they're both sharing the left side of the map, or the bottom side of the map, excuse me. It's a bumpy intro. Make some noise for Hero. I love you too. So, going into this game, we have the depot at the entrance. And this is not shocking behavior from Puma. I think we've only had one game where he did not wall in, right?
I don't think we had any games where he didn't wall in, actually.
Well, the last game that we had.
Oh. He was starting a wall in.
So, over here we could see that Hero might be going for Nexus first. And we have Puma walling in. And no gases here for Puma so far, so he might be going for quick expand as we see Hero doing the same thing.
Hero going for that Nexus first right now. And he just was looking so good with that before Tasteless. Puma going to go for a fast expansion himself. But, you know, I feel like that one game where they both did these builds, Hero just way outplayed Puma. It seemed like one of his most convincing victories overall.
Yeah, you know, one thing about this map is it's a little bit harder for Protoss to end it right away. On Tal'Darim, you can kill a Terran right away. It has to be a little bit more technical. Not that we were seeing from Puma or, you know, in both openers, Puma and Hero. The kill move from Hero wasn't as technical as some of these other ones, but it was still very hard to pull off. But I got to tell you, you know, he has got to be high on life right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
with this game.
His heart rate is probably off the charts. I don't have that on the computer in front of me, but this is so big for Hero to win a tournament of this size. And look at that. Sneaks right past. A lot of information shown. That's all he needs to know. It's a very fast expansion by Puma. So Hero now can decide exactly which type of build he wants to do. Last time in this position, he went for a 4-gate. Will he do it again this time? Might be a bit predictable.
Yeah, you know, then again, he does have the room to try whatever the hell he wants. But if he thinks there's a sliver of a chance it'll win because he has such a massive lead. You know, it is going to be so tough for Puma, especially with Puma's style. If he does a 1-1-1, can you imagine the pressure of that 1-1-1 build working? I mean, if you make any mistake, if you lose the Banshee, the Raven, a few siege tanks, anything goes wrong, you're going to lose. And the question is, do you do that, or do you go for a long, drawn-out macro game, which is going to be a real test of your endurance?
Well, both players actually doing very similar builds after their quick expands. We have, as we see here in the Terran base from Puma, he is teching up pretty quickly. He got double gas after just 2 barracks, getting a reactor and a tech lab, so going to go for some upgrades and a decent amount of units. On the other hand, our Protoss player going for a super quick robo, which will give an observer to go over and scout exactly what's going on.
The bunker is going to make Puma feel safe, although he really doesn't have much to worry about. If he knew that there was a robo on the way here, he probably wouldn't even bother making it. But at the same time, it's going to be tough. You know, he has to make the right decision. And he has to not make any mistakes from this point on because Hero is somebody who is a punisher, Artosis.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, he may be able to punish very well with this build. An Observer will come out first, but likely he will follow it up with a Warp Prism and start some harassment. And that harassment of Hero can be game-ending at times.
All right, we do have over here, oh, sick, Ghost Academy.
That's right, he wants to learn him some Ghost. Tasteless, he has 2 barracks with tech labs on the way. Looks like he wants to do a Ghost timing where you just kind of scan on top of the Protoss ramp and Shakuris and try to EMP all the sentries, stim, and up you go, kill off that army. But Hero, I think, might be too smart for a build like this.
Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting to see that when he is up against the ropes, when he has got, if he makes one mistake, it's over. To do a build like this, to say, I'm going to get Ghosts off 3 barracks. I'm going to do a timing with EMP. And the question now is Hero going to spot this? If he doesn't look everywhere, and I mean everywhere, because this little location down here, that's pretty remote. Okay, hold on.
Oh, and he sees it! That is huge for Hero. He's going to know exactly what's coming, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like, and how to stop it.
He has Pylons coming in here, Immortals coming out. He's going to try to get the perfect unit combination. He has a probe over here at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. And I have to say, I think the build that we're seeing from Puma is one where really it's all about the element of surprise. So he's going to move out. The Ghost is here, and the Ghost, of course, is here because of the surface area. If you follow the box on the screen, that's not a lot of area to try to spread your stuff out with. So he can just do EMP, EMP, EMP here, and there's nothing for the sentries, no force fields, no shields for the Zealots or the Immortals, and the rest of these units kick the front door in and start to kick a lot of ass.
Well, Hero right now rushing up to Colossus, adding 3 more gates as well, so he knows that if he holds this and holds it well, he can hit a counterattack that has the potential to kill Puma. Well, Puma is getting ready. He has his 2 ghosts. They have enough energy. And a nice scan going off. That observer was really up in him before. And the Ghost just trying to find a good place to EMP.
Note the spread of the sentries. And we see more and more Marines and Marauders coming out here.
This is some amazing dancing, Tasteless, between these 2 armies right now. And a of Hero. His 3rd Nexus is going to finish pretty soon while he continues to micro these Stalkers, and Hero's Stalkers just never die, Tasteless.
The Zealots and the Sentries are out here. He's moving the factory offensively, and I know not all you guys watch StarCraft all the time. This is to bait out shots from the Stalkers to hit that instead of the army, so he is serious about this. And not enough probe transfer.
I don't know about those probes, man, but here comes the rest of his army and some more probes as well. Puma running up, targeting down that Nexus a little bit and using the high ground to his advantage. But Hero has a lot of units still.
More coming in over here. A game where Hero started out so well. It suddenly looks like Puma can be the comeback king.
Puma with the flanks, just doing such a great job. Going to take down that base, going to take down a lot of probes as well. There were so many probes lost in these battles. Puma was way down on workers, but now it's 40 against 36. And Puma has a big supply lead, 108 to 70.
Okay, we have the Stalkers moving around the map kind of oddly. And I think the question right now for Puma is, do I try to end this? And I think he says to himself, wait a minute, no. I need to play it safe. I need to win this game. I need to win the next game. I need to win the next game after that. And so he decides to chase away these stray Stalkers, but blink away as he is going to try to do some scouting. He wants to get over into this region and see if there's going to be a command center. There is indeed a command center, and he blinks again, and beautiful scouting here by Hero.
And he's going to try to get out with those Stalkers as best he can. The army of Hero still moving through the middle of the map. In fact, he's also getting a Dark Shrine off of 2 base. That's a desperation tactic. It costs a lot of gas, and to get it off of 2 base, it really puts a dent in your economy. We're definitely not going to see him make any more Colossi for quite some time, as the gas used will really mess up his Stalker count.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, looks like he's going to make a pylon here. He may fake an expansion just so that the Terran scans and thinks, oh, there's a probe there. He might actually be trying to expand. He is going to here and hitting the factory. Stim, though, he needs to blink away. He might have heard the sound effect of the stim.
Well, DTs are out on the map. Don't forget that EMP can decloak them temporarily. Puma moving through the center. How many scans does he have?
He's going to have 2 by the time the DTs hit.
Yeah, 2 scans for 2 DTs. Works out pretty well. And Hero's going to be kind of stuck in his base for a little bit right now.
If he gets these ghosts, that would be huge. Okay, here comes 1 DT. The other DT over here. Okay, this DT not moving right now. He has... I'm so shocked he's not EMPing or scanning. Does he have the energy? He doesn't have the energy.
Oh!
Okay, he had the energy. I just wasn't clicking on the screen. Sorry, guys. Anyways, this DT over here doing a lot of damage and messing up this expansion. And this is going to buy a little bit of time here for Hero to try to engineer a comeback. Puma's going to come up here and wipe that DT out. But it is a small wrench in the gears of Puma's macro.
Well, right now a 3rd Nexus going up once again. A Templar Archives as well. Looks like he wants to go for a little bit of Size Storm. He does need some sort of splash damage as the medevac count does rise for Puma. It's going to be hard, though, against the Ghost that he already has out. Right now that factory almost going down. Hero blinking away. He does have a decent army, but better upgrades right now for Puma.
Puma's on top. Hero's kind of hanging on right now. And a nice blink away there. So he's going to try to get an arc here. He can't let him up the ramp, though. He cannot let him up the ramp. He's going for it. Terran retreating down this little entrance over here. And nice turnaround here by Protoss, actually doing a lot of damage.
Heroes
Nice.
a little bit scared to actually engage in there. The force field's hurting the Zealots more than helping them right now. And Puma dealing a huge amount of damage to his army. Puma continuing to come out, but that's going to give the Zealots a lot of area to try to hit all these Marauders and Marines. Nice force fields right there, but does Hero actually have enough?
You have got to be kidding me. These guys are both so good. Now you have more Terran reinforcements over here. The medevacs are still with some energy, but actually I still can't tell who's going to win this, guys. It looks like barely the Terran army drives him back out, and both players are going to get up their third bases up and running.
Wow, a little bit crazy that Hero is holding this as well as he is. The army of Puma has gone far down. He does have a couple Archons, though, and that might have been a little bit of a mistake. No other units too nearby, and he's going to be able to target down a lot of medevacs now.
Yeah, the medevac's taking a lot of hits, so you have to start over from scratch if you lose all those. And the Archons are under, but did he overextend himself? He may very well have. Just a few Stalkers. He needs to warp in some more for his army. Blinking away.
A couple more Archons are going to be made. Some Zealots being warped in as well. I don't know if Hero actually has enough damage in this army to deal with this. The probes coming out right now. Puma looking poised to win this game and stay in this tournament.
GG.
Wow. Hero so close losing that game.
That game was